What is up, you guys, and welcome back to How to Love a Battered Woman, the podcast. I know that I have been missing for so very long. Ignore my husband. I have him doing some behind the scenes for me. Uh, Thanks, baby. Anyway, I know that I've been missing for quite some time, and I apologize for that. And I'm about to catch you guys up on everything that's been going on in like the last year because it has literally been almost a full year since the last time I released a podcast, which was when I got engaged last March. So we've got a lot of catching up to do. And yeah. Anyway, I have a lot. I have a lot. I have a lot of things to fill you guys in on. I have a lot of things to catch you up on. I have a lot of things to talk to you guys about. So we'll start by saying that since the last time you guys saw me on a podcast, your girl got married. And there has been a lot of sassy talk online and a lot of people saying that, like, how dare I preach about love bombing and moving too fast in relationships when I got engaged and then I got married in what, like, let's see, March, April, May, June, July, 5 months I got married, but it was 100% my decision, my choice. And I asked my husband if he wanted to marry me on our anniversary. So all of you haters can just cut that right on out. But anyway, August 1st, 2022, I married the love of my life. And I got married during probably one of the most tumultuous times in my life because I was literally dying. So, there's that. I spent May until September in and out of the hospital. I had 3 brain surgeries. So I experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows in the same year. Universe, what the fuck was that? I have so many questions that I know that I will never get answers to, but whatever. Um, so this podcast is just going to be like a welcome back to How to Love a Battered Woman, the podcast. It's probably just going to be me rambling and telling you guys what's been going on over the last year in my life and the new things that will be happening in 2023. It's not going to be structured in any kind of way like my podcast will be going forward. So this is a kind of a hang out with me while I tell you guys what the hell's been going on in my life. So, I am officially a relationship coach. What's up? I am officially a relationship coach. I became a relationship coach in early January. I got my certificate, so I will start one-on-one coaching hopefully in March. I just had a hysterectomy 3 weeks ago, so I am in the process of healing from that. So once I am healed from that and I'm able to give one-on-one coaching 100% of my energy or 100% of what I have to give, more than recovering from a major surgery, I will start my one-on-ones, which you guys will be able to book through my website, howtoloveabatteredwoman.com. Stay tuned for that. My niche is, I'm kind of niching down right now. I will open my niche up once I get my bearings on being a relationship coach. Right now, I'm just strictly focusing on dating with intent. I just released, oh my God, I'm so excited for you guys to see this. I just released my brand new workbook on Amazon. It's the Dating with Intent workbook. Actually, I think it's called Intentional Dating Workbook. Same difference. Intentional Dating Workbook. It is 100 pages of educational content, manifestations, goals, over 15 writing prompts, and it's just a big body of work that I have been working so hard on for you guys from the bottom of my heart. Like, I gave it everything. I put so much of my heart and my soul, from my bald head all the way down to my feet. I put my heart into this body of work for you guys because I want you guys to understand how important it is to date with intent. That's how I met my husband, and I set my intent very early on. What does dating with intentions mean? It means dating with a purpose. It means that you're going into it with a goal. It means you're looking for a long-term relationship. You're setting your boundaries early. It means that you're setting your deal breakers early, so there is zero left on the table with people trying to figure out what it is that you want, or you getting played in the end and they say that they weren't looking for a long-term relationship, and you didn't tell them that that's what you want. We're not doing situationships in 2023. Unless that's what you want, then that's totally fine. But again, intent matters. Make that known. If you're looking for a situationship, if you're just looking for a friend with friends with benefits, let that be known. Don't waste your time, don't waste their time. So yeah, my workbook is out now. You guys can get that on Amazon. I'm just really excited for you guys to dive into this workbook. Like I said, I put everything I have. I literally wrote this workbook. I started working on this workbook, I think, like a week before I got my hysterectomy. And then I finished it during my hysterectomy recovery. So that's how serious I was about this workbook for you guys. I'm also in the process of working on my motivational speaking certificate as well. So I will be having that done in a couple of weeks. And hopefully, you guys will start seeing me on a much bigger stage when it comes to, you know, when it comes to motivational speaking. Um, let's see what else. I will let you guys in on like a little incy beansy wincy little teeny secret. It's actually not that teeny tiny of a secret. I've actually been soft launching this for like 2 years, but I am in the process of writing my very first book. It's called Letters to You, and it's a book with all of the letters that I've ever written to my abusers or people that hurt me. And I think it's very important for you guys to see the process of going from, you know, being in an abusive relationship, what I was writing in my journal. You guys will get to see the custom How to Love Me journal, like where its origins are from, like how I started the custom How to Love Me journal. You guys will get to see that. So you guys will get to see the origin of how I created the custom How to Love Me journal. You guys will see like where it started, how it came to life, how I was able to, you know, take such a dark time in my life and just bring it and put it into something that was just so amazing. I created such a beautiful product for you guys to consume out of a very dark time in my life where I was genuinely trying to get a piece of shit, excuse me, a piece of shit to stop abusing me. Essentially, that's why I created it. I created it because I was trying to because I was gaslit for so long. I was gaslit for so long thinking that I was the problem, that I was the one that couldn't be in relationships or make relationships work, and that I was so dramatic and that I was the issue. And in all reality, that's not the case. What it really was that I wasn't safe in a relationship with someone who wanted to have sex with me 7 times a day. They didn't help me feel safe. They didn't help me feel comfortable. And so because of that, he abused me. Like he verbally, mentally and emotionally abused me, and he sexually abused me. So, you know, you guys will see, and like, I'm doing some, my husband, he's helping me film some behind the scenes. So you guys will get to see my creative process. You guys will get to see how I'm writing this book. You guys will get to see about some behind the scenes stuff about how this is coming to fruition. And I think I really like the structure of it. I'll give you guys a little bit of an insight. You're hearing it here first. I have not shared this on any of my social media platforms of how I'm structuring the book, so you're getting it here first. So I'm structuring it by parts. Part one is called the incubator, which is what I called my birth mother, and part two is called mommy issues, which is about my stepmother, who I called my mom for such a long time. Part three is, I really don't remember actually that part. I think it's called part three is like North Carolina or something like that. Part four is Mr. Narcissist, and then I'm only on part four right now, so there will be several other parts to it, and these are just like letters and journal entries, and like my therapist has been begging me for like 4 years to write letters to my mom, my dad, and my stepmom. So you guys will get my past letters and journal entries, but then you'll also get, current. You'll get the current letters and stuff that has literally been written like a week ago. So I think it's really cool, and you guys will hopefully love that too. I think it's going to be very vulnerable. You guys will get to literally read almost, I say almost verbatim, because there are things that I have redacted or things that I have like rewritten just a little bit because it comes with such trigger warnings, and I don't want to re-traumatize or traumatize anybody with how in depth I kind of got in these letters. So it's like 98% verbatim, the things that I wrote down in letters and stuff like that. So you guys will get to see like you guys will get to read the most vulnerable pieces of Nia Renee. And I'm actually really excited to show you guys that, because I want you guys to see, the before and the after. You guys will get to see the letter that I'm writing. And so actually, I have to tell you guys a quick story. I actually, last year, while I was dealing with my brain issues, I accidentally deleted my first manuscript of this book. So when I'm working on things, especially because I'm in school, right? I'm getting my master's degree, I'm getting my MBA. So when I'm working on other things outside of my business stuff, I just kind of have it on my desktop before I put them in folders. That's just kind of how my ADHD works. So I went to go delete a bunch of files and stuff and like just other things that I was working on. And I didn't realize for like a week or two, maybe a little bit longer, that when I deleted all of those files, I accidentally grabbed in the How to Love a Battered Woman folder as well, and I deleted that whole entire folder. So I had to start my letters to you manuscript all over again, and it really, I'm not mad about it. Because like I said, I started this like 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. At minimum, I started this a year and a half ago. We'll say that. But 2 years ago, I had already started writing letters to people. I had already started writing letters to my birth mother and my stepmom and my dad, and all of those were coming from such an angry place. So I'm actually kind of happy that I'm restarting, those letters to them now. Since I had my hysterectomy, I really genuinely feel like I'm in a much different place. Like, I genuinely feel like these letters are less angry, and they're more, I feel like since my hysterectomy, since my fucking uterus has been taken out of my body, I don't feel like, I just don't have that anger or frustration within me anymore. Like, I just feel like it's coming from a different place now. I feel like it's less angry and a lot more healed and more processed. I mean, you'll still get, the rawness and the frustration and like the shit talking and just like really getting out how I truly feel on a piece of paper. But I think it's just a lot less anger. So I'm really excited for you guys to see those. And if my husband decides to listen to the podcast, surprise, I will actually be ending letters to you with a letter to him. Because why not end the book, you know, on a high note? I think that would be the perfect way to end that book. So whatever part it's going to be, is likely going to be called Mr. Part 2, because he is Mr. Part 2 he's part 2 of all of my abusive versus healthy relationships. He's, there's a part 1 and he's part 2. Or I don't know yet. I don't know, but we'll see. So, but there will be a letter to him, and you guys will get to read that personal letter to him. So I just think this book is just going to be very just vulnerable, and it's going to be very open, and you guys will be able to, and it's not even like it's just letters. I have been a creative writer my whole entire life. I don't think you guys know that about me. I mean, you guys see like 60-second, 30, 3-minute videos, sometimes 10-minute videos of, the things that I share with you guys, but I don't think I've ever told you guys that I'm a creative writer. I started creative writing. That's why I have the blog version of How to Love a Battered Woman, because it helps me get out my creative way of writing things. I'm very like colorful, and I can paint a picture with words very well, and I've been that way since forever. At some point, maybe later this year or next year, I will be putting together a book of all of the poems I've written during, a sad time in my life and a struggle time in my life, or I might toss them in with letters to you, but probably not. I think I'm going to make them separate bodies of work. But yeah, I am a creator. I'm a creative. This year my husband and I will be shooting some short films of those poems. So it might make more sense to drop that book with, the visuals to some of the poems that I've written, but short films, we're going to be filming some short films, which is really exciting. So I'm getting back in my acting bag. I'm getting back in my modeling bag. You guys know I like to model. Um, yeah, so I just have a lot of things coming for you guys this year. And I really truly think that this is a much different version of myself that you guys are going to see. And I'm really excited for you guys to get to know who that Nia Renee is. And I'm really excited for you guys to explore that with me. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have so many things that I'm working on and that I want to do and that I will be doing. I'm about to step into my 30s. I'll be 30 on April 25th, which is when I plan to release letters to you. I plan on releasing letters to you then, because I feel like that's going to be a great way to start the next chapter in my life. And my theme for my birthday this year is I'm having a funeral for my 20s because my 20s fucking sucked. So you guys will see that photo shoot because yes, I'm having a 30th birthday photo shoot, but I turned 30 on April 25th. I think I'm going to do an Amazon wish list, but we'll see. So just be prepared for that. um, but yeah, I'm stepping into my businesswoman bag. You know what I mean? I'm stepping into my CEO era. I'm stepping into my menopausal era. So if you guys hear my fan in the background during any of my podcasts over the next couple of weeks until I start hormone therapy, it's because I'm having a hot flash. So it's because I'm having a hot flash. So that's also my menopause era. I will say that I miss you guys a lot. I miss you guys a lot. I have my dog barking in the background. I don't know what he might be barking at our kitty. We got a new kitty. His name's Kang. So that's probably who he's barking at right now. Ignore that. He just distracted me by what I was going to say next. I'm just excited. I just have so many things that are coming, that are coming over the next even like couple of months. I have a lot of things that I want to do creatively. I have a lot of things that I want to do, educationally. I have a lot of things that I want to do to expand my brand and what How to Love a Battered Woman is and what it means to me. Oh, yes, you guys voted on Instagram. So if you didn't vote on Instagram or didn't see it, you snooze, you lose. But there is a brand new Battered Hearts logo. It's really cute. It's really simple. There were four options, and I kind of pitted them against each other like brackets. So there are two different brackets, and you guys picked your favorites from both, and then you guys voted overall. I might do two. I might release two options for Battered Hearts merchandise, but we'll see. But I'll have brand new merchandise coming out in general for How to Love a Battered Woman. I'm changing vendors. So I will be having new merchandise coming out soon. Oh, yes. Um, y'all know who Lee Hammock is. You guys know who Mental Illness is. We are a duo now. So aside from my individual podcast that I'm doing, we have decided to team up and start a podcast called Baldy and the Beast. We are actually about to record our first episode, so I'm really excited about that as well. You guys will get to have two different perspectives. You guys will get to have the narcissistic abuse perspective, and then you guys will have the abuse survivor perspective, and then you guys will have a diagnosed narcissist perspective. And so him and I teamed up. We filmed a video about Krishan Rock and Blueface. If you guys don't know who they are, it's really not that important. But we did a dual YouTube video on that, and you guys let us know in several different ways that you wanted to see us do more content together. So we came up with the idea. So it's called Baldy and the Beast, after Beauty and the Beast, because we all know how that story goes and how much of a narcissist that, how much narcissism plays in that. So I thought it was perfect. I've always wanted to use Baldy and the Beast for whatever reason. My alter ego's name is Baldy. And it's been that since I cut my hair off in 2015. So going on 8 years now. Wow. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. There is a YouTube page for it. There's an Instagram page for it. There is a podcast for it. And so we will be filming our first podcast very soon. So stay tuned to that. So like I said, there's so many cool things that are happening and that are in the works, and it's really exciting. I feel like I'm moving into this next phase in my life just genuinely happier, and I am healthier, knock on wood, and I am getting I'm getting to who I really want to be creatively. I'm getting to be who I want to be creatively, and that makes me excited the most. I I feel like I've been so far away from the creative that I used to be before I had all of my medical issues happen, and now I'm in the position to be able to begin the creativity again, and I'm just very excited to share this with you guys. I have a much bigger platform now. I have a much bigger stage now, so it'll be consumed by, you know, a broader range of people, and that makes me excited because when I started How to Love a Battered Woman, I started it so that I could help one person feel less alone. And now I have over 200,000, almost 300,000 collectively over all of my platforms of people that I help feel less alone. And I love you guys so much. I call you guys my battered hearts. It's a play off of How to Love a Battered Woman. And I just love you guys so, so much. I see your messages. I see I see what you say. I see the comments. I see everything to the best of my ability. And I just cherish you guys. I love you guys so much. I obviously would not be able to have a platform without you guys, without your support. It means the absolute world to me. And so I can't wait for you guys to see my creative process. I can't wait for you guys to see everything that I'm doing for and with How to Love a Battered Woman. I'm really, 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 really excited about that. So yeah. So this episode was just gonna be, me just, letting you guys know what's going on in my life, why I disappeared for as long as I did, and letting you guys know that I will be back. I am back now, and I am just really genuinely very excited for this next phase of my life, for this next chapter of my life, and I absolutely cannot wait to share it with you guys. 100%. Okay. So we've reached the end of our podcast and hour. We've reached the end of my podcast, and I want to thank you guys for listening to the How to Love a Battered Woman, the podcast. Just a few things. If you guys, you know, I have my custom How to Love Me journals. I have 9 of them that are already ready for you guys to order. So you guys can find those on my Etsy shop. I built 9 of them. I usually do them build made to order. I think that's what it's called. Build to order, made to order, whatever. Um so if you guys order them, then I would build them. But now I have several of them built because I'm recovering from a hysterectomy. So I just wanted to be able to, just grab them and mail them to you guys whenever you decided to purchase them. So grab you and your custom How to Love Me journal, but you can also get a digital version on my Etsy site as well. So you guys have several options. I just restocked the Rose Me journals. So you guys have that option as well. Please check out my oh, sorry, I got a tickle in my nose. Please, 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 please check out my newest body of work. It is my intentional dating workbook. You can find that on Amazon. I also have a daily journal. It's 100 pages. It's a daily journal. It's called the How to Love a Battered Insert Pronoun Journals. You can put whatever pronoun, adjective, verb, whatever you want to put that you feel best describes you in that journal. And you guys, if you guys can't find them, there should be a link tree on my podcast, but you can always find the link in my Instagram bio to everything that I have to offer and everything that I have coming out at How to Love a Battered Woman on Instagram. I'm How to Love a Battered Woman on YouTube. And you guys will be able to find me on How to Love a Battered Woman on Spotcast, Spotify podcasts and Apple Podcasts and Anchor. So with that, oh wait, also I have one more thing. I also am selling directly through my website. You can find safety keychains. I have started to sell those as well, so you guys can grab you a safety keychain. Stay safe out in these streets. You guys can find that at howtoloveabatteredwoman.com. But again, you guys can also just go straight to my Instagram page and click the link in my bio, and it will take you to everything that I have to offer. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. And you guys know I got to sign out the way that I usually do. Drink some water, get some rest. Don't let nobody's dusty ass child treat you any kind of way. Love you, battered hearts. Bye.